Hello Gates, this is not a friendly story. It's one where you feel the chill of a single sentence, I hate you. I really don't like you. That was spoken by Tommy Lee Jones to someone on set more than to anyone else. He hated her more than anyone else, and you're about to see exactly why. Right before a major scene of a big movie, he walked up, shook, leaned in, and said those words. According to Jim Carrey, Jones told him, I cannot sanction your buffoonery. That moment captured more than dislike, it exposed a deep-seated tension, a clash of styles, ego, and expectations. Stick around, because in the next few minutes you're going to witness a behind-the-scenes story that feels explosive, unexpected, and maybe tells you something about fame, respect, and what happens when two very different people collide. We'll uncover the why, the how, the fallout, and you'll understand why this wasn't just some on-set spat, it was a moment that revealed something fundamental. And at the end, we'll ask the big question you'll not want to miss. Now, let's get into the roots of this conflict, meet the two players. Tommy Lee Jones, a serious actor respected for his gravitas, his minimal smile persona and his no-nonsense approach. On the other side, Jim Carrey, a comedic whirlwind, the physical humor king of the 90s, exaggeration his signature. On the 1995 film Batman Forever, they found themselves sharing the screen, Jones playing Two-Face, Carrey playing the Riddler. But off-screen? The chemistry cracked. According to Carrey, the clash came when he went to greet Jones at a restaurant the night before a big scene. Carrey says, the maitre d' said he's in the back corner. I went over and, the blood just drained from his face. Then, he got up shaking, and he said, I hate you. I really don't like you. That single dramatic moment became the anchor of the story. The claim in the title, Jones hated her more than anyone else, translates here, though Carrey is male, but the title uses her, Jones hated Carrey more than he hated anyone else he worked with. So why? First, style clash. Carrey's buffoonery, high energy, comedic antics might have struck Jones, known for his seriousness, as unserious, distracting. Carrey himself says, I was the star, and that was the problem. Second, timing. Jones had just won acclaim, including an Oscar, and he took on Two-Face, a comic book villain, opposite Carrey's Riddler. Maybe he felt his craft was being undermined by the cartoonish energy around him. Carrey speculated, he might have been uncomfortable doing that work, that's not really his style of stuff. Third, jealousy or feeling upstaged. Carrey says he was the star and implies Jones didn't like that. The idea, when someone you respect starts acting like a comedic clown, and you see yourself as serious actor, the friction can be enormous. Picture the scene, but without picture this, Carrey enters, approaches Jones. On his face, shock. On Jones's face, rage. The polite greeting turned explosive. Carrey, I said, hey Tommy, how you doing? The blood just drained from his face, he got up shaking, he said I hate you. I really don't like you. Then, I cannot sanction your buffoonery. That phrase cuts deep, it wasn't just I dislike you, it was your type of performance offends me. This moment was more than awkward. It became the public anchor of the tension, and years later, Carrey told the story of what felt like the moment where someone you really admire hates your guts. That admission turned a pop culture anecdote into a lesson about authenticity, respect, and the exhausted star dynamic. This episode isn't just amusing gossip. It reveals layers. Hollywood is built on ego, status, and image. One actor wants respect for craft, the other thrives on limelight and laughter. When they meet, sparks fly. In this conflict we see how box office bankability can upset traditions of craft, how two very different people forced into collaboration can fall into resentment rather than synergy. It also shows that hate isn't always melodramatic, it can be cold, quiet, powerful. Jones didn't lash out publicly at the time, he just delivered a line so cutting that even decades later it's remembered. Carrey, it hurt. That single line, spoken in one restaurant moment, became the symbol of a deeper split. After the film wrapped, the anecdote circulated. Jones never publicly explained or apologized. Carrey carried the memory. The story turned into a cautionary tale. Collaborate with someone who doesn't respect your style and effects can be disastrous. In the years since, Jones kept his serious actor reputation. Carrey went on to shift into more dramatic roles, e.g., his Oscar-nominated turn in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. But that moment stayed on record for fans. This remains one of the most memorable behind-the-scenes stories of hatred in Hollywood, a moment where a star flat-out said to another, "I hate you." The title we used reflects that intensity. Jones hated Carrie more than anyone else, because in his mind Carrie represented something he couldn't tolerate. You might be wondering, why care about old Hollywood squabbles? Because this story mirrors everyday dynamics: a comedian in your office whose carefree attitude irks the serious colleague, a boss who thinks one style is buffoonery, a team where credentials versus charm create tension. It's less about movie stars and more about human conflict. Plus, when you hear "I hate you more than anyone else," you feel the severity. It's not casual dislike, it's deep. That's why it grips. And that's why we started with it. So here's what you should take away: that single moment, "I cannot sanction your buffoonery," is less about Carrie and Jones and more about what happens when respect, style, and status collide. It reminds us, no matter how successful you "I hate you," it shakes everything you believed about yourself. Now I want you to do one thing: think of someone you collaborate with, work with, or even admire. Ask yourself, is there a moment of silent tension, a hidden dislike? Could that be unspoken "I hate you" energy? Reflect on it. Then share with someone, what does this story say about you, your team, your relationships? That reflection is the action I'm asking of you.